Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Gears Feed. I wanted to lightly cover a delicate topic today, that being remakes. Map remakes are something that is new to Gears 4, where current existing maps within the game receive an aesthetic makeover and a few changes to affect and alter the flow of gameplay. Now, to begin with, we saw Impact Dark released to the masses back in February. TC claimed back then that Impact Dark was a remixed version of Impact that completely reimagined the combat dynamics of the original. The combination of brand new weapon placements and smoke that drastically reduced visibility resulted in a more intense, on your toes, close quarters experience. If there was one thing that Impact Dark was revered for, it's how damn pretty it was. What a fantastic looking map. And regardless of the gameplay changes Impact Dark introduced, the reveal still caused a fair amount of animosity amongst fans. Then a while after, reclaimed Wind Flare was introduced, which drastically affected gameplay with the wind flares, which we experienced online for the first time. The sporadic thunderbolts and daunting conditions made for a fun change. The map is especially fun in Horde, so overall fans did resonate with TC, a little more on that one. Following reclaimed Wind Flare, this month we became witness to Forge Blitz, which altered some fundamental elements of the map to drastically change the gameplay for the better, a change that is strongly backed by the pros, who helped forge the third remake. Again, the overall reception wasn't great, but still, we're yet to witness a backlash like we did back in February. Which brings me to my point. I firmly believe we're still due another remake.
Jesus Christ.
Judging from certain rumours circling the community and what has previously been stated, apparently Pez Radar said a while back that TC had more multiple Gears 4 reskins left. He couldn't confirm if they would make it to release, but said they were working on them. So, judging from the maps we've had reskins so far, I have a pretty strong feeling that TC will remake an original, a true Gears 4 map like the rest, and I believe the maps will have to work competitively, something pros could utilise for esports, a map that's strongly suited to escalation. Which leaves me with two maps in particular that I believe we could possibly see remade next. The first is Foundation. There's no arguing here that Foundation is one of Gears 4's strongest and well balanced maps that the game has to offer. It's just solid, and was one of the original maps to debut way back in the Gears 4 alpha. It's symmetrical and actually feels a lot like Mansion to me, at least by how it plays. Call me crazy, but there's a way to boom in the front and the two sides from spawn, and boom is protected by cover but open where the weapon is placed. There's grenades in the middle of the map next to the opening that leads to Torque, Snipe or to boom. And finally, the Torque up top has two front staircases that go middle to upper level with side upper levels from spawn. It's aesthetically different from Mansion, but overall the layout is actually pretty close. This is entirely subjective, but it's definitely one of my personal favourites and I put money on seeing its return. Chaps mentioned the possibility of Foundation reskinned to show the construction after it's been completed, and I think that'd be really sweet. The next map that I believe we could potentially see a remake for is Harbour, another map that debuted in Gears 4's alpha alongside Dam and Foundation. It's another industrial themed map that flourishes competitively in escalation and is overall another one of Gears 4's strongest maps. I see Harbour receiving the remake treatment for the same reasons I just listed, to be honest with you. It's an original, it's one of the strongest maps in the game, and competitively it works wonders. In regards to what TC could do to change the aesthetics, I don't think they'd simply adjust the time of day. It would give me too much of a dry dock vibe. I'd like to see an even darker take on the map, maybe with the ship destroyed, up in flames, most of the map in ruins, or maybe even an abandoned, overgrown harbour, with an effect much like Mansions from Gears 2. There's a lot TC could do to change the look and feel of this map. What I personally like about the map in terms of escalation is that you can cross down towards the B hill, and there's enough crosses that can be made across the map from the top side. Do remember that we only have 4 maps left in the Gears 4 DLC cycle, 2 in September and 2 in October, and then the map DLC comes to a halt. What are your thoughts? If there are any more remakes on the way, what would you like to see? Thanks for watching Gears Feed, and I hope we'll see you next time.